So I'd like to take a minute and just focus on our sea otters for a moment, especially because they are really important to us and they're native to our California coastline. So if you look at this diagram on the left, you can see that sea otters eat sea urchins and sea urchins eat kelp. So this is a type of food chain before killer whale involvement in the chain. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. On the right-hand side, you can see that the killer whales are introduced to this because humans fished out their normal prey, and so they started preying on these sea otters. If you can look at the graphs, you'll notice that sea urchins increase when there are less sea otters. And that also decreases the algae or the kelp forest that we have available. This is a really, really big issue, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more when we go into our food web lecture. We'll talk about more about this. Otherwise, I'd like to show you to the picture on the right, there is a huge sea otter fur. It's absolutely huge, almost bigger than the person. And so the interesting thing is, like, unlike most marine mammals, these sea otters don't have blubber, but instead they have the thickest fur of all animals combined. They have close to 1 million hairs per square inch. They have 2 layers of fur under their coat, and they have really long guard hairs underneath. This system allows them to trap air next to the skin so their skin doesn't get wet. Funny thing too is that their babies, a pup's fur, is too dense for it to swim underwater, so they float until their adult fur grows. The mothers often have to keep them wrapped in kelp and carry the babies on their chest. Unfortunately, they were hunted before for their full fur, and they remain very vulnerable to oil spills and other threats.